Senior Life Solutions of Floyd Valley Healthcare and the Mars YMCA partnered to put together the Mental Health Awareness Walk today. 24 booths were set up representing mental health providers who want to break the stigma that surrounds mental health. Conversations about mental health can be tough ones, but a toy is now helping people in Siouxland start one of the hardest conversations there is. KTIV's Taylor Decker joins me in studio to explain. Taylor?
Yes, Matt, if you are facing duck syndrome, where you seem in control on the surface, but internally are facing a crisis, this reminder is to talk about it. We've learned a lot about resources this month, but one thing Siouxland providers say, sometimes a physical reminder to talk about it can help get the conversation started.
Definitely an icebreaker, so it's awesome to be able to use that as a tool to get the conversation started.
Plains Area Mental Health Center distributes these rubber ducks in the community to help spark conversations on mental health for all ages.
We just thought it would be fun to hand out at schools and different events, because a lot of times some of the stuff that gets handed out aren't specific to kids, so it helps bring awareness to mental health for kids.
You can talk about mental health every day
of the month, of the year, of the season, because mental health isn't a one-time-a-year thing.
In fact, it affects people's lives every day.
Stigma, right? Like I just talked about my kids about it yesterday, that we only not need to take care of our physical body, but we need to take care of our mental body. So explaining that to an 8-year-old was fun. I think just continuing to have those conversations and putting equal importance on how we're physically feeling, but how is our brain feeling too.
I just want people to feel like they can get out and talk about things and not feel like that stigma keeps them from enjoying life and happiness in their lives, and to just open people's eyes that it's okay to not be okay.
Providers are distributing tools to keep the conversation going all year round.
We have a deck of cards we're handing out, and each card has open-ended questions that you can ask kids or adults, because sometimes it's hard to initiate those conversations, and sometimes you just need to play a card game, and on the card game, here's these questions, here's something to ask.
Conversations, questions, a tool anyone at home can use right now.
And it's always been kind of shut behind closed doors. We want to open those doors and give people the opportunity to talk about what they're feeling and what is affected in their life, so that they can reach out for help.
So whether it's a rubber duck, a card game, or just a conversation, providers say the most important thing is to start talking. We have a list of resources from today's event on KTIV.com. Matt?
Taylor Decker in studio tonight. Taylor, thank you. The ducks are available at Plains Area Mental Health Center locations, and the conversation deck of cards, that's available for free at the Mars YMCA. And while this concludes our Mental Health Awareness Month coverage, you can always go back and find those previous mental health related stories on our website, KTIV.com.